Yo, welcome to the Vibe Provider podcast. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Friel, and this is my first episode. If you listen to the trailer and you are giving this a go, I am just really grateful that you're here listening. You're a homie, but for this episode, you're just meeting me. I will do this episode as if I were interviewing a guest. Like if we have a guest come on the pod, we will do like life updates, and then I have some core questions. I like to ask anybody, but especially if they're here on the podcast, I plan on asking these questions to every guest. So I think they'll help you get to know me really well. So, what are we waiting for? I'm going to start with just a little bit of background stuff. Before I started this podcast, I worked in social media for 5 years, which is kind of crazy. I started working in social media when I worked for a company called Betty's, and it's a betting company. It's super sick. Actually, I'm sitting on one right now. So if you're watching the video podcast on YouTube, you are seeing it. But for those just listening, it is bedding that goes on your mattress, and then the blanket part like zips off. So it's like super nice and neat. Anyways, I wasn't going to spend that much time. I didn't know I was going to tell you about Betty's. But that's where I got my social media start. And then I worked with a YouTube family, and they were also influencers, and that was amazing. The best job I've ever had. Then I worked for Lehigh Mills, and it's a baking mix company. And so that was pretty fun. So me and my husband are currently living in Salt Lake City, Utah, but we're both not from Utah, but we're just living here. I first moved to Utah when I graduated high school since 2011, and then I met Kala in 2012. Yeah. And then he was playing football at the University of Utah, and we were both living in Salt Lake City downtown, and we lived next to each other. And yeah, I shot my shot. Shooters shoot. Yeah, so we started dating, and then we got married, and we've been here ever since. Hobbies. My number one hobby is going and getting a fun drink. So in Utah, we have like soda shops, and they're like little drive-through drink places, and you like order a soda and they put like a ton of fun mix-ins in it. Like for example, like my favorite drink at this soda shop called Swig is called a Bloody Wild, and it's Mountain Dew with strawberry and mango puree. So good. And I always get extra ice. And Kala hates that I get extra ice because he hates paying for ice, because you pay for this drink, and so he's like, you're paying for ice. So if he orders my drink, he does not get extra ice, but if I order my drink, you better believe there's extra ice in there. That's a hobby. I'm always like, oh, we're going on a road trip, gotta stop for a drink. Oh, we're gonna go run errands, gotta stop for a drink. Other hobbies include, I'd probably say photography. It's kind of become more of a job than a hobby, but I love photography. My favorite photography is when I go on a trip and I just bring a camera and I just document all the things, anything, what we eat, what it looks like, photos of ourselves. I love taking pictures. And then along with that, I really love cameras. So if there's like a new camera that's coming out, I'm like, oof, that's like on my wish list. My favorite cameras right now are a Canon G7X and a Fujifilm X100V. Is there a letter? Anyways, so the Fujifilm camera is a digital camera that mimics film. So film, if you know anything about film cameras, they can be really expensive. You need to pay for the film, and then to develop the film, and then it's risky because like what if the photos don't turn out? Or so I mean the camera itself is kind of pricey, but I think it all like works out in the end because one, I have digital files, and two, it looks like film, so it's kind of cool. And then my G7X, I can film on it, like video, and but it also takes really good photos and has a flash. Cameras, photography, those are some big hobbies. And then I think my last hobby that I really enjoy is traveling, and we have been doing a lot of that, and so that's been super cool. Not having a job is super nice, except for the not having money part. But okay, so let's get into the life updates. This one's kind of old, but we're gonna say it anyways. But I quit my job, my full-time job, 6 months ago, and it was paying salary. But I when I was working, I wasn't able to do like any of my own like passions, which is like I have a YouTube channel, and I like wasn't filming on it. I was just too busy. And then I wanted to start a podcast, which we're doing right now. Yeah, and I just didn't have time. After working, I literally would just want to come home and like lay in my bed. Um I just like didn't have the oomph to like do anything else after work. I just used so much energy working full time that I just didn't have a lot to give. So actually, we were on a road trip driving home, and the idea of quitting my job crossed my mind, and I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And Kala was like, okay. And his only thing was like, when you quit your job, like you can't spend like you've been spending. So I quit my job, and I am trying my very best not to spend money. So, but obviously it's been 6 months since I quit, and I'm just now starting my podcast. And holy dude, podcasts take a lot. I thought it was gonna be like so easy to start a podcast. It's not. It's hard. But we're here. So we made it. We made it. Before even starting this, one thing I didn't realize was how busy I was going to be with photography. I've been so busy. So the last 6 months, I've had lots of photo shoots, which I'm really grateful for. I have had the best 6 months of my life. I've done a lot of traveling. I've been so busy. If I was working, I wouldn't have been able to do all of this. So not having a job, but then still being able to travel has been super huge. Gosh, let's see. I went on a road trip with my friend. Then I went to see Taylor Swift in LA. That was amazing. Then I went and visited my parents in New York City. They were serving a 2-year church mission, and they were leaving in October, and they were like, you should come see us one more time. So glad I did. It was a blast. And then I went to Las Vegas and watched my nieces. And then when I got home, I went straight to Dallas, and I had photo shoots lined up there. Then I got home, and a couple like 4 or 5 days later, we went to Greece for 2 weeks. We went to North Carolina and Tennessee to visit a friend, and to also go to my childhood bestie's wedding. And then we got home. Anyways, so it's been so busy. Seriously a dream to do all that. But I've also been in my bridesmaid era, so that's been fun. I swear I've looked better for my two friends' weddings than I did for my own wedding. One friend got married back at the end of September, and she had like a hair and makeup artist, and holy, that is amazing. So if you're gonna get married, dude, sign up for that. Put that in the budget. And then for my other friends, it was a destination wedding, and I had no idea like anyone hair or makeup related in Tennessee. A good friend of mine taught me how to do my makeup and hair, which was amazing. So I wish I would have known those things for my own wedding, so I could have been looking so cute. But we were looking okay for my own wedding. But It's expensive being a bridesmaid, so we've been spending some money on wedding festivities. Honestly, life feels so low key compared to like the last 6 months, but I will say something in the future is are gonna we might go pick up my nephew who's serving a 2-year mission in Japan. He gets done in March, and so it'd be so cool to go and pick him up and then have him show us around Japan. Plus Kala has always wanted to go. That's all for the life updates though. I can't really think of anything else. We're gonna get into the core questions that I'll ask guests when they come on. So we're going to start with what's in my starter pack. If you remember the trend, like starter packs, I think it was like 2016. One that comes to mind is like, what's in a Kyle's starter pack? Like cargo shorts, camo Crocs, punch in the wall, and like drinks Monster. Uh, Or another one that I kept like that was viral was like, what's in a college girl's starter pack? And it was like black leggings, Ugg boots, infinity scarf, and a North Face puffer vest. So I love that question, like what's in someone's starter pack? That's something I look forward to asking every guest. In my starter pack, number one, sweat sets. Your girl's actually wearing one right now. A little matching pink Nike set. Well, pink and orange, but I will live in sweat sets from fall all the way through spring until like I can't. I probably own more sweat sets than a normal person should. So it'd be like that sometimes though. Okay, number two, Hokas. I love Hokas. I used to be like a Nike girly. I still like me a good pair of Nikes now and again, but Hokas are like my go-to shoe I want to wear for everything. Oh, we're going on a Disney trip, wearing Hokas. Oh, I got to go to a Taylor Swift concert, I'm going to wear Hokas cuz I'm going to have to stand the whole time. Their colorways are just so good. They're so comfortable. Yeah, I'm just a Hoka girly for life. 3, Bagoo bags. I love Bagoo bags. I got one. I got a fanny pack first, and it was checker print, obvi, and it was amazing, and I loved it so much. Then I got like a tote bag with a strap, and it was really nice because I got it for work. And then I got a medium crescent bag, and changed my life. They're machine washable, and they come in cute colors, and I just love them. Number 4, a swig drink. I actually have like 2 or 3 tumblers from Swig, but I do love a good foam cup. I would say a swig drink, but just a fun drink. Like whether I made it from home or like, and I don't discriminate against any fun drink place. So I guess I should just say a fun drink. I always have a fun drink. And then number 5, fun nails. Right now I have Christmas nails, and they're red bows on my left hand and green bows on my right hand, and they're so cute, so cute. My friend Casey, she does my nails. She slays every time, like double slay. It was her idea. They're freaking cute. I get so many compliments on them. I love having fun nails, so I will have them till I die. So that concludes the starter pack portion. Now we're going on to some questions. First one being celeb bestie. My first choice is to say Jack Black. I don't know what it is about him. Ooh. Okay, I have 3. Jack Black is, I just want to be his friend so bad. I just feel like our energy matches. He's just so funny. But then I'm like, I really like Adam Sandler. But if I had to pick a girl, it'd be Taylor Swift. Do we need to explain? Oh, having her as a friend and then just knowing things, that would be wild. Those are my top pick for celeb besties. Jack Black, Adam Sandler, Taylor Swift. This is a core question. Core question. What's your fun drink? Mine, I told you, is a Bloody Wild, which is Mountain Dew, strawberry and mango puree. But I also like Mountain Dew with pineapple and strawberry flavor. So good. Someone's fun drink doesn't have to be from a soda shop. Like, it can be, if their fun drink is water, it's water. Okay? So, which is like, that gives serial killer vibes, but because it's like a fun drink. So if it's like Gatorade or lemonade, it can be anything. Mine just happens to be from soda shops. Oh, I love this question. I ask almost everyone. If I'm like with a group of people or like one on one, I'm asking this question. And it is, what's on your wish list for less than $500? I love that question. Mine right now is probably merch. I want to just rep my own little podcast merch. I want to get a little banner of I have a little logo and it's a disco ball and he has headphones and a microphone and he's so cute and I would love for him to go on the wall. But I just like want some cute merch so I can just rep my little podcast. I would just like want to get, sweat set, t-shirt, I don't know, whatever kind of cool merch, maybe a tote bag. But yeah, so I really want some merch. That's on my wish list. Oh, another good question, dude. See, this is why I have these written down. Your current hyperfixation. I love asking that question. Mine currently, merch, designing my own merch, and probably my YouTube channel. My friend just gave me a genius idea about how to I haven't been current or like up to date on my YouTube channel, and she just gave me some genius ideas. So I've been like really thinking about that and like getting ready to film for that. Those are the two things that I'm thinking about all the time. Oh, current show. I think I'm gonna make that into a two-part, like current show and favorite show. Current show, I just watched the first episode of My Life with the Walter Boys, and it's giving it's giving The Summer I Turned Pretty. So we love a little teenage love show. And also my favorite show, Wednesday. I had like an obsession with that. So whenever Wednesday comes out with a season 2, like I'm going to get back on my grind. Like I'm obsessed with Wednesday. Wednesday's my personality. Yeah. I love Wednesday. But I'm excited to watch this new Walter show. Cuz I really liked The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I read the books. I didn't read the book that goes along with this show, so that's my B, but we're moving on. Um I love knowing people's love languages. Mine what used to be like gift giving, but my husband hates spending money. And so like if I ever wanted to get him a gift, he'd be like, "Hey, that's really thoughtful, but I'd rather have money in our bank account than a gift." And he doesn't do gift giving. And so I just kind of had to like, okay, well, I'm not receiving any of like gifts or anything, so I'm just gonna switch. So I've actually realized that I think a big love language of mine is acts of service. So like if my husband vacuumed the house without me asking, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with him, he loves me so much. Or if he like does the dishes or something, like I'm like, oh, I just feel, I don't know, it acts of service really is like my love language. So but I love hearing about people's love languages. I think it just helps you be a good friend, a good partner, spouse, whatever. So, something people might not know about me. This might come as a shocker to like people who know me. Um I think I'm a loner, or I want to be a loner. I like to be by myself. I like to be alone. I think people cuz I think I give the vibe as an extrovert, but like low key deep down, I would love to be an introvert. Like I went on a trip by myself to Disneyland, just me. I just flew on the plane by myself, got in my Uber, got to the hotel, just went to the parks by myself. I got to eat and like what I wanted. I got to ride all the rides I wanted. I think I was listening to podcasts and audiobooks. It was the best trip. Honestly, I was just thinking the other day, I was like, yo, if I could go to Disney by myself again, that would be the best. Which, like, when I was going to Disney by myself and I told people, they were like, what? You're like going by yourself? It's like, yep. And it was so fun. And I literally had a blast. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. That's just kind of the little rundown we'll do, and we have guests come on. We'll get to know them super well through those questions, hopefully, and then we'll hit you with our topic at the end. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit about me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the very first episode of the Vibe Provider podcast, and hopefully we see you next week. See ya.